No makeup, okay, you guys? It has been forever. I don't think I have been live on Facebook in 6 months. So who knows if anybody's even gonna see this. The rain is pouring. I apologize in advance for the thunder that's going on, but I thought that I would sit down and do my makeup because I have changed my makeup routine a little bit lately and I've been getting some questions about it. I shared a link, I shared a video. You get the idea, but just in case, here we are. I'll make a video for you guys. So let me know when you're here, if you can see me, you can hear me, you know, all that fun stuff. I also know it's like the middle of the morning on a Wednesday. But in any case, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I already have skincare on. I'm gonna put a tiny bit of moisturizer because my skin has been a little bit dry lately. I got a facial yesterday. I wanna make sure everything's good. But let me know where you're watching from when you can see this. I wanna make sure I can hear you guys. I wanna make sure you can hear me and I can see your comments. Anyways, okay, so today we have a very, very busy day. I'm also, this will be fun for you. I'm gonna show you a new foundation I've only tried once. It came in PR unexpectedly, but I actually think it has a lot of potential. So I wanna talk about it with you guys and we'll get into it. Okay, I have been using this for a little while, maybe a couple of weeks now. Hi, Vicky. And I have to say, so far I really like it. This is the Poreless Primer from Charlotte Tilbury. It also has an SPF 50 in it. I would not take that to mean that it can replace your sunscreen, just so you know, because I'm not gonna put that much on, like the amount you would put on for sunscreen, but overall I like it. So I'm just gonna rub this in and I'm gonna let it kind of soak in, but say hey in the comments. I wanna make sure that I can see you guys' comments when they pop up because sometimes on my phone it's a little bit, you know, but let me know where you're watching from. If you're new here, I'm Callie. I do mostly plus size fashion, a little bit of everything else also, and I live in Nashville, Tennessee. So I want to know where you're watching from because I'm just incredibly nosy, guys. That's what it comes down to. What can I say? Okay, so I have this primer. I'm gonna let it sit for like 30 seconds. Let's see what's going on. Okay, since I haven't been live in a minute, don't worry, I am still engaged. I just realized that my ring is off, but it is I have like a cleaner. You know those little things you put the ring in and you let it marinate? So it was dirty, so it's just marinating. I'm getting married in October in Tuscany, in case you've missed a few chapters. And so wedding planning is very obviously in full effect. We just solidified the dates for my bachelorette party, so stay tuned for that. Hi, Donna in Houston. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. My manager is also in Houston, my like talent manager. I was just talking to her. Let me see if this is, I don't know, maybe that's better. Westchester, New York. Hi, Heather. How's it going, you guys? Okay, so wedding planning, secured. Wedding dress, secured. Flower girl dresses, picked by Ari and Ava. They made their selection, so stay tuned. They'll be very eager to show you on my wedding day. Let's see what else. Bachelorette party dates, confirmed. Location, confirmed. Got back from Vegas a couple of weeks ago. Worked in the store, got to meet a bunch of you guys on Monday. That was really fun. I own a plus size boutique in Nashville. Let's see. I'm letting my makeup primer soak in while I think about all of these things. We have updates. Ordered an absolutely incredible, massive collection of Ari and Ava for the store of custom styles. So I'm thrilled about that for our fall collection. So that'll be here in a couple of months. Gosh, I don't know. What else? What other questions do we have? Oh, started polling you guys for next year's group trips with me. Hi, Nova Scotia. How's it going, Janet? Hi, Connie. In North Carolina, you're not too far from me. So lots of fun stuff going on, but you can ask any question below. If you catch me on live, this is your chance. You can ask anything. It doesn't have to be about what I'm talking about, okay? I wanted to show you guys this foundation. Now, when I started wearing this, I had just come back from Las Vegas where it was 106 degrees. I had a little bit more of a tan. So we're gonna let it go that I think that this is maybe 1/2 of a shade tan for me. It doesn't bother me. If it keeps you up at night, you might wanna turn away. But this is very, very interesting, this foundation. And I wanna make sure that you can see close enough. Don't mind me using my shirt. I'm really trying to decide if this camera is blurry or quality of Facebook Live. I think it's just Facebook Live. Okay, let me show you the texture of this. Can you guys, now mind you, I have a little bit of redness on my face, so I'm trying to counteract that. I wish you could feel this because it's supposed to be blurring. I think it's blurring, you guys. Like, I really do think it looks like a filter in real life. Hi, Donna. Hi, Colleen. Okay, watch like where I have the shine doesn't bother me. I'm aging, you guys, so like I want a little bit of a glow, you know, stay hydrated. Do you see? Do you see this side? The blur? It's very subtle, okay? It's very, very natural. You can see here. That's crazy, huh? It's not freaky. Like when you just look at this side, it looks natural. But in any case, I have to say, I'm pretty impressed. This has an SPF 30 in it. Again, that doesn't mean you shouldn't wear another sunscreen. I put so little on my hand, by the way. So I'm really doing a light layer. I'm sure you could build a little bit more coverage. They call this a BB Blur Tinted Moisturizer. I think it's very, very natural, the finish, but look at the coverage. Okay, actually I wasn't really noticing that. I have some redness here on my face. So this is the side with and without. Very natural, very blurring in real life. So in any case, this is the side with. I have nothing else on, no other like color on. So yeah, that's really good. I would call this a sheer to maybe medium coverage at most. It's not going to be full coverage ever. I don't think you could build it to full coverage. So if you want Estee Lauder Double Wear, this is not the one. You know what I'm saying? But I'll find the link for you guys here shortly. I've used it maybe 2 times before this, just like not even doing a full face of makeup. I just was running out the door and I needed to put a little something on, you know, for work or whatever. Yeah, let me find the BB Blur Tinted Moisturizer. Pretty good, huh? Okay, here we go. Is that Ulta? I am wearing color medium, by the way, for reference. I think I could also wear light medium. It's super natural, not super natural, like ooh, spooky, but very natural. Here's the link. BB Blur. Here you go. Okay, I'll put that in the chat. Yeah, anyways, very natural. Nothing crazy. Don't worry, I'm gonna do my hair also. I know you were worried. I'm kidding. I'm gonna film some videos today. I have a lot of stuff to do. Today is a crazy day. I don't know if anybody else feels like that. Do you feel like your days, it's like all or nothing? And what I mean is it's kind of the same like when it rains, it pours. If it's a busy day, it's like everything had to be on that day and then every other day has nothing on it. It's the one I linked, Tarte, and I'm wearing color medium. It's just called medium. That's it. I ordered mine online. So, Claire, you're so funny. I ordered mine online and there is a little thing called Find Your Shade if you use the link that I sent. I can't promise on every website it's like this. You'll put in what you're currently wearing, what you like. There's like a million to choose from and what color you're wearing and it will find you the closest match, which is amazing. And it works, I think, well for me. To be fair, when I ordered this, I was using my regular foundation, which I still do love, the IT Cosmetics CC Nude Glow in medium tan. And they recommended medium. Normally I wear, when I'm not tan, medium in the IT, and I think it would have given me medium light. So you get the idea. But it will tell you, you don't have to guess. Joanne, it looks like this. But the link is in the chat. Just scroll up. It's BB Blur. Can you see the label? This camera is not great, and it's probably backwards, but BB Blur has a BB on it and a wooden cap. Okay, so that's on. Anyways, let me find my brush for my concealer. This concealer, I was shocked, was in my top 10 on Amazon last month. Can you believe? Same brand. I got it this one on Amazon. But I say shocked because I think I shared it the month before. But it's interesting because sometimes on these videos, what happens is people don't see them for like weeks, or suddenly Facebook decides to show everybody a video that's a month old. You'll have a video that had, like 50,000 views, and then one day, 3 weeks later, it has 500,000 views. And you're like, okay, cool, love it, but where were you guys 3 weeks ago? You guys being Facebook, not my besties. So sometimes they just show stuff later, and that's why I was so surprised to see this, a month after. So I just like to brighten up under the eye a little bit in my folds. Cute. Okay, now these are also new, and I'm gonna try a part of them that I had not tried until now. So we're gonna find out together. I got these are also Tarte. This is a bronzer. So I opened this up. What would you think if you saw this? Okay, this is a powder bronzer right here. Because let me tell you, it's not what I thought. I opened this up. I thought this is just like, this is a protective cover for the powder. It was like this when I opened it. I thought this was a shade to show you like the inside. And I thought to myself, they should have made that a mirror. It would have been better to have it a mirror, because I got from the same brand blush. Same thing. It's colored inside. You guys, it's cream. It's a cream product. It's a cream and powder product in one. I didn't know. So I'm going to try doing both today and see how it goes. Because I've only used the powder, and I recently discovered when I stuck my fingernail into the cream that it was not just a color swatch. So I'm going to go in with the cream bronzer first. Oh, it's very sheer. Okay. This is going to be great if you just like a cream, or obviously you like to have the option of both. But when you would use both at the same time is going to be when you want long wear. So if you're like me and you live somewhere where it's hotter than the devil's house, this is what you're going to want to use, is a layering technique, because it's going to kind of seal it in, if you will. Do a little. Got to add back some color because I, put foundation on and made everything the same color. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do cream blush from this one. What was I doing? Did you guys see that? I tried to blow the extra off of a cream blush. Good morning. Anyways, if you're just joining in, let me know where you're watching from. I haven't been live in a minute, but if I do say so myself, going to Stagecoach this spring forced me to perfect my long wearing heat humidity all day wear makeup. And as a result, I've gotten a lot of questions about it. So that's why I'm back. Okay. My blush. Okay. So I'm going to go in now with the powder bronzer and set it. The powder brush. I do want to note that I am putting on a little bit more makeup than I would if I was just going to go out with my friends. Hi, Claire. That is because I'm going to be on camera filming. Oh, you're so close, Kelly. And it takes about 30 to 50% of your makeup off of you. And what I mean by that is we say the camera eats your makeup. So that's why people on stage and stuff wear a lot more makeup than us, because the camera is eating their makeup. Not literally, but it makes it appear significantly less. Pittsburgh, Minnesota, is that Mississippi? Yes, M-O is Missouri. Sometimes I forget. So I have to go a little bit heavy with the blush, because otherwise, you guys, I'm not joking. Sometimes I'll put makeup on, I'll be like, girl, wow, it's a lot. And then I'll go back and I'll watch my videos and I'll be like, you have no blush on. What happened? I know it's nice, Joanne, huh? Hi, Idaho. I want a little bit more highlight here, separation from the blush. So I'm going back in with that same really light fluffy brush with a little bit of concealer to make sure that the pink isn't creeping up. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for a second. I am going to set this with a all over face powder because again, I'm gonna be on camera. You don't have to do that, but for me, I have to do that. Next up, brows. This is a new product for me. Hi, is it Danelle? I wanna say your name right. This is I use only a very, very few. Claire, great question. Well, I say very, very few. For a full face of makeup, I've used 4. That's right. So this is my concealer brush here. This is dual-ended. I use this same brush for foundation and cream blush. And then I have I'm using this for cream bronzer and I'm using this for powder. Yep. I only have one other brush total, which is my eyeshadow brush. That's it. So I don't have a very extensive on-the-go brush situation. It's just not realistic for me. I'm gonna lose it. This is new for me. If you saw my video, did I post that video yet? I edited it. If you guys don't know, I have ADHD, and one of the things that I have to experience as a result of ADHD is, if anyone else has it, you'll understand the financial cost of losing, misplacing, or having to repurchase things. It's fine. You don't have to feel, I'm not asking for pity. I'm just explaining. I leave a lot of things behind. I forget a lot of things like makeup and stuff like that. So when I went to Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago, I left my entire makeup bag at my parents' house in California, and I wasn't going back home to California before I came home. So I went to the Sephora inside of the mall. I'm very lucky. I used to live in Las Vegas. I was very familiar with what my options were, but it was Father's Day, Sunday, and I had 45 minutes before the mall closed, and I knew I needed to have makeup because I was going to film some stuff and do work, and I was going to go out to a nice dinner, and I had things to do. So I went in and they gave me some samples of my foundation and my cream, so that was great. So I bought this little trio mini brush set, which I already own. This set is at my mom's house, okay? Why did I buy the trio the first time? Because I also left my makeup behind. You get where I'm going with this. I'm becoming a professional. However, I didn't want to buy a full size of the brow product that I normally would use there because it was like $48 and I already have them. I just left it at my mom's house. So instead, she recommended this one. And I have to say, it was like, I think maybe $16, like a fraction of the cost. And this has worked so well. This is an all-in-one tinted volumizing brow gel. So I'm going to try and show it to you guys as I apply it, but I need to be able to look at my mirror. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm not going to redraw my eyebrows. I'm just going to fill in and I'm going to adjust where there's sparseness. And then we'll be able to compare. It's so easy to use. If the idea of drawing in or using a tiny brush as like a pomade scares you with your brows, but as we age, we tend to get sparser brows, and it's generally speaking a sign of aging. So a lot of people want their brows to look full because it gives more youthful appearance. You don't have to. Do whatever you want. However, if you don't know how to draw on your brows, you don't want to come out looking funky, this is perfect because it just fills in and tints where you need a little help. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't gone outside the lines of my regular brow. And then I also have some crazy hairs that get funky. So there we go. Much more chic. In this case, I'm doing a full face of makeup, so I'm doing a little bit more than I would do on a day-to-day. You can control the application, of course. I want a pretty defined brow because I'm going for a pretty defined makeup look for camera. You can do less if you want, obviously. Hi, Nancy. How are you, bestie? I need to set this cream because my hair is sticking to my face. Okay. Super, super easy though. Very easy. While that's doing that, I'm going to go in with some transparent powder to set my face to hopefully get these hairs from sticking on all my cream products. So this is just a translucent powder. And I'm going to go in. This is going to mattify the look. You don't have to do this. If you don't want a matte look, then don't do this for sure. But this is key for long wear, and I don't want things that look glowy and dewy in person, looks shiny and sweaty on camera. So I might not choose to do this if I was gonna just hang out or be out and about, but on camera, I need powder. Okay. So we've mattified. You can already see the makeup is sort of like calming down a little bit. The lighting is also uneven in this room, so I'm trying to all I'm going to do for eyeshadow, and this would be my recommendation for most everyday eyeshadow looks, is I put a little bit of concealer to even out the discoloration on my eyelids, and then I put that translucent powder you just saw. All I'm gonna use is the same bronzer that's on my face as a singular eyeshadow color. It automatically looks cohesive because it ties into the colors that are on your face already, and it's not another product that I have to carry. It also adds back some natural warmth and shadow where we took away by evening out the eyelid. So that's it. It's one eyeshadow color. If I was doing full glam, of course, add some sparkle or highlight or whatever, but in this case, it's enough. There we go. Okay. Easy peasy. You could also do the same thing here where you could start with the, what do you call it? The cream, and then layer on over it if you wanted. Okie dokie, let's curl these lashes. We're almost done. Pretty quick. I'm gonna show you my mascara in a second. I'm also very impressed with it. I also bought it in my emergency Las Vegas run to Sephora. I love seeing Nancy and Sheila in the chat because your profile pictures are from our Italy trip. Both of you. Nancy and Sheila both went on my most recent trip that we had, which was to Italy last fall. Okay, I do my lash curling first, and then I'm gonna do my eyeliner. Actually, I'm gonna do a tiny bit of highlight first on the cheeks. Very, 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 very subtle. I'm not sure it makes a difference, but in my mind and in my heart, it does. No, Claire, after I'm done, I can't promise it'll be immediately, but after I'm done today, I will put in the chat the links and the order in which I applied them. Some of it is preference. A lot of people would do like all of their eye makeup before their face makeup or whatever. For me, I'll put the order I do it in. A lot of it is personal preference, but sure. Okay, I'm doing my eyeliner now. Not eye crusties. I need more powder under my eyes. Oh, please. I don't have I haven't been using a close-up mirror. I've been using my camera. So sometimes some things are falling through the cracks, literally. Okay. I don't want my concealer to get creasy as I move. Okay, better. Liquid eyeliner. Boom. Easy enough. Hi, Carrie. How are you? I know it's been a minute. I'll be honest with you guys. Facebook has become a very difficult platform for me. This profile is only getting about 40% of my content at this point because it's the only place where I have anyone who misbehaves. It's not about you guys. Obviously, you're the cool ones who are here. But this is the only place where I ever get anything mean. It's the only place where people dislike posts, and then that reduces my reach, which makes it like less worth my time and energy because no one sees something. People will like hide posts. My most unfollowed post last year was about shopping for Angel Tree. If that gives you any context about what Facebook is like right now, people were mad that I was shopping for the Angel Tree and unfollowing me as a result. So that at some points you gotta, like, you know, do what you gotta do. But I'm gonna do mascara now. Oh my God, Claire, you're so funny. To be fair, you guys, I used to work at the Chanel makeup store, so I did have to do my makeup every single day, and I wore liquid eyeliner every day because it was like one of the easier ways for me to have like what I felt was a completed eye look. I'm gonna go in with mascara. This is the Sephora Lift mascara from Sephora brand. I also can't post anything that is like undergarment related here. So if you want to see, now I do post it in my stories for you guys, but if you want to see like shapewear reviews, bras, I do all of those things on every other platform. No one else says anything weird. There's not weird men in my comments on other platforms, nothing. And well, Annette, what's crazy is that the only people who say mean things to me are older folks. I never, ever, ever get mean comments from men. I only get mean comments from women my mother's age, which disturbs me so deeply because, like, as women, I feel like that's the last group of people you should be, like, first of all, you shouldn't be saying mean things on the internet. It's really bizarre. But to say it to other women and younger women is, like, one of the freakiest, weirdest things that I've ever, it's a little, I know I probably blocked out for a little bit there, but James was trying to call, but don't worry, I denied him. I know, Annette, it's crazy. And again, when I say this, you guys, I'm not saying all of my followers my mom's age are like that. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying that all of the people who are nasty are my mom's age women, which is crazy to me. And that's why I find it so disturbing. But it's fine. It's not like keeping me awake at night. It is keeping me from posting things though. And part of that is a community preservation. I don't want anyone to have to read some of the things these people have to say. And I'm quick with a block. This isn't a democracy. It's my page. I can block anybody that I want. So I have a zero tolerance policy. Women over 30 should know how to behave. And if they don't, then they just get blocked on the first go round for saying things that are inappropriate. So it's fine, but I know, Annette. No, honestly, and here's the thing. Remember, most of my besties are. It's just that the bad eggs are always the loudest ones. And it would just take every other person, like, it's hard to explain the way that the algorithm works, but it would take every other person liking and sharing every one of my videos, even if they were things that didn't apply to them. Does that make sense? Exactly, Joanne. Yeah. Unfortunately, the thing that you would have to do for this to be like overcome is if you saw me in a 2-piece bathing suit and you're like, good for her, but I'm personally never going to buy a 2-piece bathing suit. You can't scroll by. Like, every person who's not weird would have to like the post, share the post, save the post, comment on the post being like, good for you, you go girl. Not saying I'm going to buy it, right? But just like, oh my God, so cool. To outweigh all of the people who have to tell me that I shouldn't wear a 2-piece swimsuit. So it's like, in the meantime, I'll just post it on Instagram. It's fine. You know what I mean? But I do wish that for my nice followers. Oh yeah, Heather, I've told people that exact, Claire, 100%, absolutely. It's just that when followers see videos then that don't fit their niche, which is fine, by the way, and then they don't engage with them, then it overwhelmingly gets taken over by negative people, which is fine. I'm not asking anyone to go through that. That's why I just stopped posting the videos. It's not a big deal. The same one, Heather, I've said is if you have to start a sentence with sorry, but you know you shouldn't be saying it. But it's fine. Oh my gosh, I love that, Leslie. Are you so excited? When's the wedding? My mom's coming to visit in 10 days, and we're gonna look for her mother of the bride dress. Yeah, and TikTok has no issues. TikTok is like just everyone's best friends. It's fine. I will say, and this is not just about me, this is about any of your favorite creators on any platform. The best thing anyone can do is do what I said about every single video from that creator, whether that video is your favorite or not. That doesn't mean you buy products you don't need. It's fine. But like every single video, if you want to keep seeing a creator and you don't want, it just outweighs like who, it starts to signal to the algorithm who to send it to. And it's more people like us. Does that make sense? More people like cool, nice people. So not just for me, you can do it for every creator. If you see a creator in your feed who you like, even if you're like, this exact video doesn't apply to me, just double tap, just heart the video and scroll. It's fine. Just watch 5 seconds of the video, heart it, and move on. If you don't like the creator and you don't follow them, then you can just scroll, obviously. But it really does help balance out people with nothing better to do. And I've made an entire video actually about the sadness that I feel for people who spend their time on the internet commenting things like, I totally get it, Claire. Yeah. And that's why I'm not saying like people have to do that. That's why I just don't post the videos. But if anyone's interested in the backstory of it, it is very helpful. I just think, I told someone the other day, but I also have a video up about it. I was like, I want you to imagine the coolest person you can think of. Whatever that means to you, whatever cool is to you, whether that's like a person with a really great life that you would love to have, or a person you admire, a person who's doing great work, whether that's professional or philanthropy or anything, or living a beautiful, cool, full life. Which part of their day is spent trolling people on the internet? None. That's loser behavior. And I don't think anyone is a loser by circumstance. They are a loser by behavior. I don't think people with less resources are losers. I don't think people with less access are losers. That's not what I use the term as. Mean people are losers. That's the only loser that exists. It's just bad people, right? And then I'm like, okay, I want you to imagine your most fulfilled self. So you've thought of this really cool person. Now I want you to think of like your coolest version of yourself. You're living your best life. Do I have food in my teeth? No. Okay. Like, what are you doing? Like, for me, if I'm just like dreaming of like my dream week in my life, right? I'm living in a house I absolutely love, in a place I really, really love. I'm hosting my friends multiple times a week in my home, having relaxed occasions and theme parties. And I'm planning a trip with my partner who I adored. I'm getting to see my family, and I'm running a store that carries plus size clothing and supports the community. And I'm making videos about how to love yourself and live beautifully regardless of age or size or ability or background, all of these things. And I'm just like having the best time. By the way, like I'm almost there. Like I'm very, 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 very grateful. Okay. When in that week would I schedule in trolling? When in that week would I manage to squeeze in time to tell someone their dress is not flattering? Please tell me. That's so loser. I can't imagine being like, I can't wait till I'm financially secured. Like if anyone's like dreaming of their life, I can't wait till I'm close to my family, or maybe I've found friends or partners or church or whatever's important to you. And you say, and then on Tuesdays from noon to 2, I'm going to tell other women that they're fat. Guys, do you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't keep me up at night. I think it's very sad and very, very weird behavior. But needless to say, since I'm the dictator of my own page, I don't even want my friends having to read that. My besties don't deserve to even read. They don't even deserve the platform. They're getting blocked. I'm deplatforming them from my page. So, exactly. Annette gets it. By the way, if you have not already, I'm going to put a link in the chat. If you would like to travel with me next year by choice, that's right, Annette. CallieSpines.com, which is where you can find literally all of my links ever, is also where you can sign up for emails. We're going to be sending out a survey in the next month or so. Right, Donna? About where you guys want to go next year. I believe our tentative plan, no promises, because this year's trip is already sold out. Lo siento. We're going in December. The spaces are all taken. And Next year, I think we're going to do 2 trips separated by several months. And we are going to do 1 co-ed trip, which we do sometimes, and we're going to do 1 women's only trip. So you'll be able to put in which ones of those you're interested in. We're going to do one that's, when I say more activity level, that's not really the right word. And one that's more leisurely paced, I guess. But one would involve things like swimming, getting on and off of a boat. That's not going to be for everybody, okay? One is going to be very leisurely, being driven around, sightseeing, shopping, tea, photos, etc. Do you see what I'm saying? So, Claire, that is a great question. I don't know if Nancy and Sheila are still in the chat. They've both been on trips with me before. I'm an extreme extrovert, and I don't know if you know anything about extreme extroverts, but we do be pulling introverts along. We just adopt them. And if that sounds like your nightmare, it might not be for you. However, if you just need someone to bring you in because you won't step in on your own, you're good. We have all varying levels, and a lot of the people who come on these trips are there because they're introverts, and they wouldn't like go out and find a group to go on their own. They follow me on the internet and they're like, that'll do. You know what I mean? And we have people who like to sit in the back of the bus while we're driving from place to place with their headphones on and do their own thing and listen to music. They're not being antisocial. They're decompressing. They're resting. That's how they recharge when we go from place to place. And we have people who are in the front of the bus, professional yappers. Okay? There's no trick. It's not, everyone's chill. And what ends up happening is you usually find people with a similar vibe to you in terms of how you like to travel. So we sometimes have like breakout time, and you'll be like, oh, well, I want to go get a tattoo. People have done that on my trips before. It's not me, and they'll be like, okay, there's 3 other people who also want to go get tattoos. And then 2 other people that are like, does anyone want to go to this museum? And people are like, yeah, 3 other people want to go to the museum. Perfect. So that's exactly why I started the trips, Claire, is because I was divorced. My friends were all married or didn't have the financial resources, or had children and therefore didn't also have the financial resources. And their priorities were just different, and there was nothing wrong with it, and I loved them, but I didn't want to wait my whole life for everyone else's schedule and priorities and resources to line up with mine. So for me, Stacy was also there. There's Stacy. It's also with her Italy pick. And Bob. Bob is an approved co-ed. He went on one of our co-ed trips last year, and he's amazing. So, and that's the other thing is I do want to mention that men are only welcome on our co-ed trips as the companion of a woman traveler. So we've never had any issues because the type of people who are on the trip as men are usually partners, brothers, sons, etc., best friends of women who are vouching for them. And so what you end up finding is like the cream of the crop, because I want you to imagine the type of men who tell their female travel companion, whether it's a romantic partner or a platonic partner, that they want to go on a trip with them with their plus size influencer they follow on the internet. Let's just, it's an automatic filter. The filtration system on these is incredible. I'm telling you right now, I never had a dud show up with a woman on my trip. They're all winners. They're all absolute legends. You're like, yeah, this guy's great, actually. And they're holding doors and carrying bags and all this nice stuff. They're fine. So I don't want you to be completely deterred. Having said that, women's only spaces are important and sacred as well. And if you want to go on a women's only trip, we will offer one next year. Fingers crossed, as long as we can fill 2 trips. We've never had a problem before. But so yeah, there's some feedback there. Sheila's been on 2, Nancy's been on 2, and is going on her 3rd this December, I believe. Wendy, no, I did put a link to sign up for emails if you're not already, because we're going to send out surveys for our 2027 trips. And I was saying that next year, I believe we're going to do 2 trips. One will be co-ed and one will be women's only. So keep that in mind, and make sure you sign up so that you can do, if you go to calliesfinds.com, you can sign up for emails, and that is where we will both send out surveys that you can submit to vote for where you want to go, and where email subscribers get 24 hours of early access. For reference, you guys, I think we had 2 spots left by the time, so previous travelers get earliest access. I think that's fair. They've already trusted and invested in going on a trip with me. Email subscribers then get next access before the public does. This year, the reason this trip is sold out is by the time it got posted, I think we had 2 rooms left, which could be a maximum of 4 people if people wanted to room together, but some people were by themselves. So being on the email list is clutch because that is how most people get to sign up on trips with limited capacity. Yeah, Sheila, like the guys on our trip last year were truly absolute gems. I have no complaints like at all. So, and I mean, James is one of those guys. So if you ever want to meet the man behind the internet, Mr. Hot Pink and Glitter, as someone said. Okay. Well, my hair is not done. And somehow, even with the air conditioning running, I believe that the humidity is getting to me. I will say though, the Nutrafol is Nutrafoling. Okay. Thank goodness. Got this wedding hair to maintain. So, I'm going to go do my hair, make my videos in as much time as I can until my housekeeper gets here. Don't judge me. We love outsourcing to professionals. Yes, of course. Carrie, let me send you a link right now. If you're asking, someone else is also asking. The sandals that I recommend are the ones from Amazon. I will say, personally, for the fit, I've gotten 3 of them now. There's one where it looks like fabric and then the other ones that look almost like a faux leather. I prefer the faux leather to the ones that look like fabric. I wear the fabric ones. They're totally fine. I think they feel loose though. So I have like a cream color and a chocolate brown. They both look like fake leather. And then I also have one that looks like fake linen. I prefer the cream and the chocolate, the linen one. I don't know why. I feel the fit is different with the fabric. I wouldn't have known that until I tried them, but they're fine. I just prefer the other ones. There's like 15 colors, so there's plenty of options. Okay, you guys. Well, I'm going to go do this hair. This is the makeup. I will be back and I will put links in the chat. I'm going to try and give you a little close up here. I'm very into my new lip gloss. The lip color and the lip liner lip color is the same as I've been wearing, but I added a new gloss, which I just made a video about on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, but it's this one right here. You can also go to calliesfinds.com and click on Shop My, and it's in my mailbox. If you click Shop My, you'll get what I'm saying for the lip gloss because I really, really like it. It's not sticky. So anyways, it was good to chat with you, Sheila. I love you guys so much. Let me go do my hair so I can get to work, but I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye.